What's up there, YouTube? It's Gores here, giving you guys a deck profile for my Ballpark bug deck. Really enjoy Giant Ballpark as a card. It just seems insane to me to be able to just summon 3 vanillas from your deck with 2000 attack and be able to prevent battle damage on top of that. In addition to that, you can also tutor your kaijus in this deck, which is crazy that you can just search a kaiju directly from your deck to your hand without using Slumber. So without further ado, let's just get into the deck profile. First off, we have the best insect vanilla, which is Shiny Black Sea Squatter. He's a level 4 with 2000 attack and he's Earth, so really strong card. He's an insect, so that's the main point of the deck. Can't say too much about him. Triple Max C, this card is searchable in this deck. Triple Ash Blossom, these are the best hand traps in the game. Next we have Triple Goki Pole, probably the best card in the deck. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 4 insect monster directly from your deck to your hand. And then, if you added a normal monster, you can special summon it. Then you can destroy a monster on the field with attack equal to or greater than the special summoned monsters. So ideally, you normal summon this, you link into Almirage, you add this, you summon him, and then destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Usually a kaiju that you gave them. Next up we have the Aztek. This is just another extender for the deck. It has to be special summoned by banishing an insect monster and can't be summoned in other ways, but whenever it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you send the top card of their deck to the graveyard, which isn't the best, but is the best insect extender we have in this deck. It just drops itself, so you can search it with Goki Pole if you need to. Next up we have the Resonance Insect. This is probably the second best card in the deck. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a level 5 or higher insect monster from your deck to your hand, and then if it is banished, you can send an insect monster from your deck to your graveyard. So you can summon this, link it to Almirage, add a kaiju, add a Doom Dozer, really strong card. So, and then when it's banished, you get to send something, so you can send your, let's say you banish it for Aztek, you can send Goki Pole directly from your deck to grave, add this, and summon it. Really, really solid there. Next up we have double Kumungus. He's the sticky string kaiju, he's the spider, so whenever you drop Slumber, this is usually what you're going to end up giving them. It's a lot easier to out this than it is a Utopic Dragon feature as well, so it's really cool that you can toolbox the insect kaijus in this deck. It's kind of your main win condition. One copy of Doom Dozer. Doom Dozer is just the best insect extender you have. You might have noticed that I'm not running the Ultra Cocoon version with Parasite Paranoid. I did try the version, I did enjoy it, but this one just was more consistent and had less bricks, so I preferred playing this, especially because we're going second. The kaijus are just stronger, and you can run the kaijus in the Metamorphosis build, but like I said, I preferred going second with this deck, so I didn't really care about dropping the Metamorphosized Insect Queen. You can deal with pretty much everything in the format with just this build. Double Godarla. It's the Wind Kaiju. One Foolish Burial. You can send your Goki Pole directly from deck to grave and then grab this, and Foolish Burial basically becomes special summon a 2000 beater and destroy a card. Next we have Terraforming, because we got to see our Giant Ballpark. It's our main win condition. Next up we have Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Slumber is probably one of the MVPs of the deck, especially because we're going second. We just draw for turn, drop this, blow everything up, and then summon 2 kaijus. Next up we have Lightning Storm, because we're going second. Pretty self-explanatory there. I'll place it a Pot of Prosperity. You might have noticed there's some weird stuff in the extra deck. That's mainly just fodder for the Pot of Prosperity. That's all it's there for. The deck doesn't really need anything to go off in terms of the extra deck, because we don't have Red Eyes Dragoon and we don't have DPE, so there's really no sense in running the Anaconda package, so Prosperity works just fine. Next up we have Giant Ballpark. Once again, this is the main reason that you would play a deck like this. During damage calculation, if a player would take battle damage, you can make it to where neither player does, and then you can send a level 4 or lower insect monster from your deck to your graveyard. And then if it was a normal monster, you can summon monsters with the same name from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and then anytime a monster you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon an insect normal monster from your graveyard. So the goal is to send your Shiny Black Sea Squatter, and then summon 2 more, and then you have 3 2K beat sticks to smack your opponent around with. Next we have Double Called by the Grave. It's called by. It's standard. One metaverse for when they out our giant ballpark. We absolutely need it. And one Vanity's Emptiness. Yes, we are going second, but hey, sometimes games get grindy, and Vanity's has definitely proven its spot. And sometimes even when we win the coin flip, they choose to go first. So or they choose to go second. So you end up getting stuck going first. And this is a best of one format, so I actually have enjoyed playing the 2 traps in the deck. It has not been bad at all. And the extra deck, one of the only cards you ever make, Baguska. It's pretty strong card, pretty self-explanatory there. Almirage, because Almirage is just your main combo starter in this deck. If you have the Goki Pole, if you have the Resonance Insect, you're going to be able to at least grab your vanilla. So that's pretty important. The next card that you actually make in the deck, Insector Pico Felena, we'll just say Insector Link. So the Insector Link, when it's link summoned, you can discard a card and target another insect you control and equip an insect monster from your deck to it, and then that monster gains 500 attack. So you can equip your Resonance Insect or your Goki Pole and then link off whatever you equipped it and extend more. Usually grabbing Doom Dozer or a Kaiju if you need it. So it's kind of like a Union Carrier for the deck. So, and then it also is a mini Pot of Avarice in the sense that once per turn you can target 3 insect monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and then draw a card. Next up we play the Nightmare package, Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. They're just the best generic link monsters. So one Great Fly, this is Prosperity Fodder. This could literally be anything. I don't think I've ever made it in the deck. I don't think I can. It's literally just in there for Prosperity Fodder. Playset of Shinobi Insect, Hagakure Amino. This card's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. Every now and then you make it, and it can become a problem for your opponent. Your opponent can't target monsters. Can't target this for an attack when it's on the field, and then anytime a monster it points to is destroyed, you can special summon a level 4 or lower insect monster from your hand or graveyard. So you can summon back like your shiny black sea, your Goki Pole, your Resonance Insect, and then it gets banished and leaves the field, so it'll trigger the Resonance Insect to send an insect from deck to grave, so you can send your Goki Pole and then do your normal Goki Pole play. So generally you're going to banish 2 of them though with the Prosperity. You almost never use your extra deck in this deck. One Ningirsu, you can make this off of Almirage and a Nightmare after you use Link Spider with these. So something you can do is you can summon the Goki Pole, link it off into Almirage, grab this, summon the Shiny Sea Giant, and then when you swing with the Almirage, you use the Giant Ballpark, or if you swing with the Shiny Black Sea, you use the Giant Ballpark to summon 2 more. You link one of them off into a Link Spider, and then you link the Link Spider and the Shiny Black Sea into a Nightmare. You use the Nightmare to pop something, and then you link off the Almirage and the Nightmare into Ningirsu, and then you can use the Ningirsu to send your 3rd Shiny Black Sea and your opponent's monster. Just a way to out stuff with without targeting. So pretty decent card. Triple Burst Dragon, this is just, again, Prosperity Fodder, and it does come up sometimes in some weird matchups. Nightmare Unicorn, we already talked about that. Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. This card is just so that you can do the same thing I was talking about with Ningirsu. The Almirage play with Ningirsu and Giant Ballpark and make Appaloosa, or you can make Access Code Talker. So, like, something you can do is you can make, you can summon Goki Pole, link it off into Almirage, resolve your Giant Ballpark, summon 3 Shiny Black Seas, link one of them into Link Spider, link the Link Spider and another Shiny Black Sea Squatter into a Nightmare, pop something, link the Nightmare and the Almirage into Unicorn, spin something, and then link the last Shiny Black Sea and the Unicorn into Access Code. And then you have 2 pops with the Access Code as well. So you can out 4 cards off of just resolving Goki Pole and Giant Ballpark. So yeah, that's the Giant Ballpark bug deck. Super fun deck, a lot of fun to play. Pretty budget. I'll have a budget version of the deck uploaded here pretty shortly. But other than that, this has been like the main competitive version I've been playing. In ranked, we're flying through gold. We're almost plat. We haven't had a lot of time to play, but we're almost plat with this deck. So this deck has been a lot of fun. I'll probably upload some videos, some video replays of this and the other versions I'm going to be uploading throughout the week. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. It's Cores signing off.